The CyHawk game, one of the most underrated rivalries in college football, because today Hawkeye fans are having a really tough time showing their faces at work to their Cyclone friends. They blew a 13-point second-half lead, a 12-point late third-quarter lead, and this is how it sounded on CBS.
This will be a 54-yard field goal attempt to give them the lead and probably the win. Conradi, kick on the way, and he got it. The trust in the young guy by Matt Campbell, and he came through in the clutch.
Iowa had won 57 straight games when leading by 13+ in the second half. 57 straight. But Jenny saw some history there as Iowa blew it and the Cyclones won it. Jenny, Dell on the sideline with Brad and Gary up in the booth. I had a text from a lot of people that were so impressed with the CBS broadcast because a lot of Iowa State fans haven't seen CBS do one of their games. I hear that you were equally impressed with what you saw on the field, not just the atmosphere there, but the rivalry. What did you think?
The rivalry was huge, and the atmosphere there, first, for people who have never been to Kinnick Stadium, they say, you know, the fans are kind of right on top of the field. They are right on top of the field. I mean, you could just walk by and just high-five everyone in the first row. So there is no separation from the players' bench to the fans that are right there. And I got to say, some of the nicest fans around, even though a huge in-state rivalry, just everyone was wonderful that we came in touch with.
I was really hoping that you were going to take a big, juicy, loose meat sandwich and throw it right at somebody's face in the front row. I was really hoping that would happen, but didn't get to see it. Two of the greatest alums from each side are playing tonight on Monday Night Football, not against each other, but on the same team. It's a cool relationship that Brock Purdy of Iowa State has with George Kittle of Iowa. They're taking on the Jets tonight. Brock Purdy never beat Iowa in his career, Jenny, but what did he win this weekend?
So that's a good question. So last year they had a little bet going on between the two. And at the end, Brock Purdy ended up having to come into a press conference wearing the mascot head. I think we have some
the herky head.
That if we do. Yeah, which obviously was probably very painful for him. If you saw the reaction that Purdy had last on Saturday, it was unbelievable. There's the head right there. Just like yelling at the TV. Now, I was told on Friday during the press conference that they confirmed there was something going on between the two of them, depending on who wins the CyHawk game. We don't know exactly what it is, but I feel like it's the perfect way to show it. Monday Night Football. We're going to see what's going to happen with Kittle. He's gonna have to do something crazy.
Absolutely, because that was a big hit last year when Purdy had on the herky head. I'm glad CBS didn't go to break after the first quarter. I knew they wouldn't, to show the wave, which has become one of the greatest traditions in college football. What did you think of that experience as everybody in the stadium, 70,000 plus, waves up to the kids in the Children's Hospital?
Okay, well, we all know I'm an emotional person. I will cry at a commercial. So being there in that moment, even before the game started, I had an opportunity. Every week they pick a kid captain. So this is something that they started back in 2022. And well, the kid captain gets to pick the song. That's what they started in 2022. So it used to be Wave on Wave. That's the famous song that they would play after the first quarter as everyone's waving, the Pat Green song. And they decided, let's pick a kid captain each week. We'll have them come out. They're going to interact with the team and the players, and they get their own little entrance. And 8-year-old Atlas Coleman was our guy this week. And meeting him pregame, I had tears in my eyes. Just how heroic, everything that he's had to overcome in his life at just 15 months old, going through chemotherapy before he was 2 years old. He's now 6 years cancer-free, and he picked Panic at the Disco, High Hopes. He said, I love that song. He said it helped him get through some really tough moments, and he, as you did, had very high hopes that the Hawkeyes would win this one. But Hassel, not a dry eye in that stadium, 70,000 people, being able to wave to those kids at the top floor of the Iowa Children's Hospital. I mean, it's just one of those things that you see it on TV, but to actually experience it, I'm getting emotional even thinking about it right now. It's just such an incredible tradition and tribute to those kids. And I feel like it gives so much to the fans to just have that moment to show that support.
You guys covered it so well, and a game that came down to the wire, the CyHawk game on CBS this past Saturday.